Hello everyone, welcome to Voices of Vahani. Today we are here to conduct sixth episode of Voices of Vahani. I am Purvika. Currently I am studying in MS Ramaya Institute of Technology in Bangalore. In this episode, I am here to welcome Malika Mehra ma'am. She studied at Welham Girls School, Sophia College, and completed her master's at the New School and Columbia University. Malika worked at the United Nations in New York and now in Switzerland. She was actively involved in her children's school and community. She loves art, music, reading, stamp collecting, and her three cats. Enjoys traveling and yoga, and has been dedicated tutor at Vahani since the start of English program. So let me warmly welcome Malika Mehra ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Divya. I did my graduation from Hindu College and currently I'm pursuing my master's in modern history from University of Delhi. Thank you so much for joining us. I have been your mentor, so I just wanted to ask you what made you join English communication program at Vahani?
I heard about Vani through my sister, who was one of the initial people responsible for what Vani is today, and she is still actively involved. I'm extremely proud of her. And when she told us about the program, we were very excited and very happy to contribute and to make a little difference in all your people's lives.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, we also know Rashmi, ma'am. She is very proud about Vahani and tells it to everyone. So,
Yes.
can you tell me what was the best part about the tutorship experience? What you enjoyed in it the most?
I think the what I enjoyed the most was my interaction with the children, with all of you. Purvika and you have both been my tutees, and I took away something from each of my experiences with you. So really, I would say that has been very, very special. And I will always treasure that and remember that.
Okay, ma'am. As I already mentioned that I was part of English communication program and I did learn a lot of things from the program. Can you please share us with us the common mistakes that students make and how can we avoid them?
What comes to mind, Divya, for me is certain students, I wish they would engage more because I think they have a lot to benefit from this program. It's not just about writing an essay, reading out a small excerpt, and then sending it to your tutor. It's more about engaging with the tutor, learning from the experience. And somehow I feel in the past, I think it has improved now a lot. In the past, it was very much about meeting that deadline, sending out that essay without too much thought. So I really feel the students, I know you all have very heavy schedules. Studies are, of course, the most important thing at the moment for you, as it should be. But if you could just engage a little bit more with the tutor, definitely understand about the material that you are reading or you're writing about. It will really benefit in your school/college experiences going forward.
Okay, ma'am, we'll surely keep this in mind. Ma'am, can you share with us what were the challenges that you faced while improving your communication?
I grew up in India, so I was very fortunate with the education that I had. So English was never really an issue. In fact, I did English literature as my major in college. So I think if you engage in a lot of reading, listening, that will really help with your verbal communication skills. I did face challenges, however, when I came to Switzerland because I did not know the language. I live in the German speaking part, so I can speak a little bit about that. Initially, it was quite daunting. It was quite a challenge. I tried to immerse myself in the local community, which was quite hard because the Swiss are known to be quite aloof and quite closed. But I think the more you put yourself out there, the better you will be received. People see you're making an effort. I would make an effort to listen to the news, for example, in German, make an effort to read the German newspapers, try and make German friends, not just surround myself with English speaking people or the expat community. So I think that can be applied to the Vahani scholars as well when you're trying to improve your English skills. These are small little details that I think can go a long way.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Over to you, Purvika.
Ma'am, as an English tutor, in your view, what is more important in communication? Is it fluency or clarity, and why?
Because they both go hand in hand. If you are fluent, your clarity will come automatically. When you are clear, if you're reading a certain piece or you're writing an essay, if you're fluent in the language, the clarity will come automatically. So I don't think you can separate the two. I think they both are married and share a very close relationship.
That was greatly said, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Many students struggle with procrastination and consistency because maybe due to overwhelming schedule or many other personal issues. What's your advice for building discipline to this?
Um, it can be very overwhelming. Life as a student, I remember sometimes, exams all come together or assignments all come together. I think you just need to take a step back, stop, think, and key factors: time management, organization skills, self discipline, very important. Don't put things off. Oh, you know about this assignment, you've been given a month, and a week before, you're like completely freaking out because you've done no research. And look, it's natural. We're all human. We've all been there, and the last minute stuff. But my sincere advice, and if I could change something, probably that would be one of the things, is that the skill of time management is crucial. Give yourself the time, give yourself the space, and then you won't get overwhelmed in the end. Um, Problem solving, critical thinking are also factors I think that can be adhered to. But please, self discipline, motivate yourself, and definitely time management. I can't stress that enough.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll keep that in mind. Ma'am, as a mentor yourself, how do you stay motivated to keep learning? Like, you have been already a mentor, but still.
Purvika, I would say whether I'm a tutor slash mentor to the Vahani scholars, to my own children, and most of all, I think to myself, I have to stay motivated, whether it's being engaged in world affairs. And I think every day brings a challenge, every relationship brings a challenge, and a learning experience through that. If you're traveling to a completely new place, you don't know anybody there, maybe you don't speak the language. Stay motivated, stay focused, and really immerse yourself, and always have that hunger to learn. You never have that sort of pride that, oh, I don't need to do this, I don't need to learn that, or I don't need to read this. Every article or every book or every you might even be watching a film, you might learn something, you might take some way.
Yes, ma'am. As you mentioned movies, and I am a huge movie lover. I would love to know if you had to share one book, movie, or life experience that really shifted your perspective. Which one would be that, and why?
That's a tough one, Purvika. It's there's so many good films that you watch. There's so many good books that you've read. But I would say, and this might be a little bit cliche, but a book that has greatly influenced me is the Bhagavad Gita. I don't know if any of you have read it, but through life's journey, as and when I read it, whether in parts, whether in full, I took different things at different times from different excerpts in the book. It was very interesting. Maybe something I was experiencing at that time, there was one part that resonated with me or another. It's because the Bhagavad Gita is really about life. It's really about teachings about life, what Lord Krishna says to Arjun on the battlefield. So that comes to mind, but I'm a big fan of Salman Rushdie. I had the privilege and opportunity to meet him last year and speak to him. Ali Shafak comes to mind, Khalid Hosseini comes to mind, Arundhati Roy. So it's very hard to pick on one book. There is a book called Gratitude by Gunter Sachs. Very small, very concise. I still keep it on my bedside table, and I think I've read it about 3 or 4 times, and I love going back to reading it. If you have the chance, any of you have the chance, I would highly recommend it. I think books are very meaningful. Some adaptations of movies of the books do a good job. Most of the time, I prefer the written script. But yes, I mean, there's some films also which are extremely well made and resonate with you and touch your heart somewhere.
That's good to hear, ma'am. I felt happy that even when you shared the author's name, I have read some of their books.
Oh,
it was good to hear.
Excellent.
Khalid Hosseini, I have read his The Kite Runner and The Thousand Friend itself. Yes. That's famous 2 books. Ma'am, I wanted to ask one more question. When you're reading books or novels, you will be stick to a particular genre. How do you shift from one genre to the other one? Because you'll be deeply into the one genre, but shifting to the other makes it kind of difficult.
It does make it difficult, but I think it's very important to keep an open mind. It's very important to read nonfiction. It's very hard to read nonfiction, but definitely, I think if you're reading autobiographies, and I think you can take a lot from reading nonfiction from people's experiences and their life's journeys. So if you are struggling with a book, my advice is don't push it. Put it down. There will be a time when you will come back to it later and move to something that interests you at the moment, whether it concerns a particular genre, whether it concerns a particular period in your life that you're going through, and you sort of want to read something that touches you at that particular time. So don't force it, because reading should be a pleasure. I think it is one of the greatest pleasures really of life. And I would strongly encourage scholars, adults, keep reading.
Sure, ma'am. I couldn't agree more to it.
Good.
Ma'am, it was a wonderful session with you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for putting this together. Ronak and Kritika, I just want to mention in particular, I think they're doing an amazing job at Vahani. They're definitely making tutors' lives much easier with their rubrics, and they have really taken the English program to new heights. And I know Jayashree ma'am is also very, very involved. And I would really like to say a sincere thanks to all of them. And I'm so happy to continue to be a part of Vahani and to continue to make even a little bit of difference in the lives of the scholars.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
It's
Thank
so
you for
good to
joining
hear
us.
that, ma'am.
Thank you, and work hard and all the best. It's lovely to see you both again. And don't disappear after this. Do keep in touch. Keep sending me a message every now and then.